Part 6 of my series on Ghislaine Maxwell. So in my last part, we find out Ghislaine stayed friends with Epstein, even though he was a convicted sex offender at this point, claiming that she was a loyal person and, he was good to her during her father's passing. But Ghislaine's name was not brought up in any legal proceedings until 2009. Because in 2009, Virginia Roberts Giuffre stepped forward, and she was known as Jane Doe 102 at this point. Virginia Roberts met Ghislaine and Jeffrey when she was a girl working at Trump's Mar-a-Lago resort as a changing room assistant, and Ghislaine offered for Virginia to have a job with Jeffrey, giving him massages. And she's a young girl, wants to make some money, whatever. Due to community guidelines, I can't say what transpired, but I'm sure you can gather, and if not, you know how to Google. But Virginia's testimony was so important because when she went after Epstein, she mentioned Ghislaine's role in what happened to her. And this was the first time Ghislaine was publicly linked to Epstein's crimes. So in the deposition against Jeffrey Epstein, because Ghislaine was mentioned, even though she wasn't being charged, they were able to start asking about Ghislaine. During this deposition, they questioned a man named Alfredo Rodriguez who worked for Jeffrey Epstein before his charges. When Alfredo was asked if Ghislaine knew what was going on at Epstein's house, he said yes, she knew what was going on. And even when she wasn't around, she was running that house. Now, you may have heard of the infamous Little Black Book. It was a list of Epstein's phone numbers, including these masseuses and a lot of prominent people. And Alfredo was actually the person to present this to the lawyers on the case and tried to sell it to them for $50,000, ended up getting arrested for it. And this black book was in every single one of Epstein's homes. He had a copy everywhere. So anyway, after this, they tried to depose Ghislaine Maxwell. The day before Ghislaine Maxwell's deposition, the person that was going to be questioning her received a call saying Ghislaine was going back to Europe to visit with her mother, and she was never to return to the United States, and she could not meet with them. And a short time later, the person that was going to be deposing Ghislaine spotted her in a picture at Chelsea Clinton's wedding very clearly in the United States. But don't worry, because since Virginia testified, this was not going to go away for Ghislaine. And the infamous photo of Prince Andrew, Virginia Giuffre at the age of 17, and Ghislaine Maxwell taken by Jeffrey Epstein resurfaced. And Ghislaine's involvement started becoming a lot more clear.